couldn't concentrate on work. I couldn't do interviews. Like I was fucked up.
How long was the process of you and your wife going through this where she was like, nah, it's quits, it's over, and you actually trying to fight to get it back?
A long time. A long time. Months, years.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
Like to the point where it was like you start getting these, and this is crazy because I never had these ideas. So I started getting ideas in my mind where I didn't want to be here no more. That's some real shit. Like I wanted to kill myself because I was like,
envy.
I
That's
felt
deep statement, bro.
No, I'm being dead honest. I'll be serious. Like I didn't want to be here no more because I felt like me not being here was better than me being here for my wife and for my kids. I felt like I failed my wife. I felt like I failed my kids, and I couldn't picture. You know how Jay say, Russell Simmons playing ball with your son.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, right. So, like now you imagine somebody else raising your kids. Imagine somebody else in that house with your kids, in that house with your wife. I couldn't imagine that. So I felt like, damn, me not being here would be better for my family than me being here.
But when you were cheating, right? Because I hear this.
Like, what's this suicide rumor, man? What is that shit?
True story. So this is when I tell.
I like this guy, Dallas.
I'll tell you the truth. So this is when I tell my wife that I cheated.
Okay.
So you know.
So this is
10 weeks ago.
Right, 10 weeks ago.
And
the story
she didn't take it right.
Nobody
she didn't take it right.
Oh, she left the house. She left the house.
Nah, she didn't leave the house. Well, she
kicked you out of the house.
She ain't gonna leave the house. I'm gonna leave the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're going back and forth. And
she's throwing shit.
She's not listening. Nah, she's not throwing shit. She just fed, and that's how I know it was serious. Real. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't screaming. She was just like
Kelly fed. Woman's fed. Right.
Absolutely, scaring the shit out of me. Right. So she's not listening. She's
dead. You're dead to the world. You're dead to her.
Dead to the world. Right. So she's not listening. This, that, and the other. So I said, I gotta get her to listen. So I was like, all right. I go in the garage, I turn on the quad, turn on the car, and I was like, word, you don't want to listen? Fine, I'm gonna kill myself. I close the door. Right? Now, was I gonna kill myself? No. Was I trying to scare the shit out of her? It worked.
You were desperate for something to get her out of that
but
zone.
You know what? It worked, and it worked too well.
Right.
So what she did, she got scared. It's true story.
You wow with that.
True story. No, true story.
I've been exactly where you've been.
True story.
And I will tell you one thing. You a strong dude. You're going to have to be even more stronger.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to tell you one thing. There will be shots thrown for years to come.
Absolutely.
As long as you stay together. But I'll tell you one thing. I admire what you did.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to hear the story, though.
Let me tell you a story. So, I got time? I can tell a story?
Yeah, tell the story, man. You got time.
So,
Pete, shut up.
She calls.
I want to hear it.
She calls the police because she's scared.
Right.
She thinks I'm really gonna do it. So after she tells me she's I'm holding the door. She tells me, y'all call the police. I said, call the police. That's when they all stop. I said, well, what do you mean? I go back inside. What do you mean call the police?
Right.
She's like, I call the police. I said, what? I said, you ain't call the police. I go downstairs. Police at the house.
At the house.
At the house. Now, I didn't have the cleanest house at the time. And when I say clean, I don't mean dirty. You know, man, I might have had some stuff in the house I wasn't supposed to have.
Right.
At the time.
Right.
This is before I found God, ladies and gentlemen. This is allegedly.
Right.
So they come downstairs and they're like, sir, can you stand up, sir? They pat me down in my own house.
In your own house?
In my own house. They was like, your wife told me that you tried to maybe off yourself. You scared us. I was like, nah, I wasn't. She just overreacted.
Okay.
They was like, well, because of this, we have to take you down to the hospital to check you out. I'm like,
to the hospital?
To the hospital. I'm like, what? I was like, all right, man, go ahead.
So how did they escort you out your own house?
I walked out my house. They was like, we appreciate you, walking out. So they put me in an ambulance. Strap me up.
They strapped you down?
Strap me up, take me to the hospital.
Come on, man.
Take me to the hospital. Not strapped in like no crazy chair, but take me to the hospital.
The gurney.
Take me to the hospital.
Shit, right?
So now, they go to the hospital. Now they got to run tests.
You got some flash shit on?
They got to run strap. Nah, I had a hoodie on and jeans, So they take me to the hospital and
Internet, for the record, I mean, the watch is Rocky. Concord 11's on the feet, matching the fitted. I mean,
well, this is the Rolex masterpiece. These diamonds are Rolex, by the way, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh,
but
okay,
for those of you scoring at home,
but so now I get to the hospital, they taking tests, doing stress tests and this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. Now this was like 3 in the afternoon. So now it's like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. You know me, I got a show at night.
You got money out there.
I'm like, yo, I gotta go. They was like, no, you can't leave. I said, okay. I was like, what you mean I can't leave? That's like, you can't leave until all the tests come back. I'm like, how you gonna hold me? I was like, you know what? I said, all right. So I called my peoples from the hood.
Right.
I said, yo, back the car to the emergency room and leave the door open. So when he does it, I jet out the hospital.
You ran out?
Ran out.
Were they chasing you?
Chasing me.
Oh my God.
Now I'm running.
You might be a little crazy.
Hold on. Did you have on one of them hospital gowns with the back out?
I didn't have
that'd have been crazy.
So now mind you, I run out, I jump in the car, take off. They chasing me. I go to
what the fuck is going on through your head, B?
I'm thinking it's a joke. I'm like, yo, this niggas is crazy.
Right, but that's not a joke, Envy.
Hold on, let me tell you. So I go to my serious job. I do my serious show.
Hold on.
I go to my serious job. I do my serious jobs. Now I got clubs that night. Right. So I got 3 shows that night. Do the math. It's over $7,000.
Yes,
so I'm like, all right. I get to the first club. The promoter comes outside. Yo, Envy, there's cops out here looking for you. I'm like, this happened in Jersey.
Right.
It's like, yo, there's cops out here looking for you. So I said, you know what? I said, all right, no doubt. Tell them I ain't here yet. I go to the next club. I get to the next club. Yo, there's cops out here looking for you, son.
Damn, they got the whole dragnet.
They got the whole dragnet.
The rap police is damn. Yo, rap police, who killed Biggie Smalls? Stop playing.
So I had to go back to the hospital that night.
You had to go back.
Now, when I get back,
lose money.
Right, lose money. When I get back to the hospital, they're not playing with me now. They're like, yo, take your shirt off, take your sneakers off, take your socks off, and you're going to put this robe. If you run out now, you're going to run out with this robe
with the ass out in the back. Like, oh, man. So at least they didn't have to cuff you.
Nah. So they made me sit there, and then they brought a doctor. But I had to tell a doctor exactly what happened.
Right, and then they understood.
And the doctor looked at me and said, you a fool, man.
Right.
He was like, I ain't going to lie. That's some funny shit you running out, though.
Right.
But it was like, so after I seen them, they was like, all right, man, we let you go. Just be careful.